There was a time when small, economical cars were derided for their uninspired styling, cheap interiors, and weak performance. In the last decade, consumers have demanded more for their money, and Hyundai helped lead the charge by delivering vehicles that battle well above their price. The Elantra is a prime example since it forced rival car makers to up their game. For 2024, it seems likely the Elantra may get a styling refresh. The South Korean market version, called the Avant, has already shown its updated design, and if history is any indication, it should arrive on our shores next. The new front end features a split grille for an even sleeker appearance than the current Elantra. That attractive look could be enough to entice shoppers, while the Elantra's value proposition should seal the deal. Check out our expert rating to learn more and see where the Elantra lands among its chief rivals. These include its corporate cousin, the Kia Forte, along with the Honda Civic and Mazda 3. As is the case with the Honda and Mazda, there are sportier and more expensive variants to satisfy performance-minded drivers, so there should be a model that fits your preferences and budget perfectly. Performance: how does the Elantra drive? The base 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine is lacking when it comes to speed. At Edmunds Test Track, our Elantra reached 60 miles per hour in 9.4 seconds, which is slower than average compared to rivals. It's not terrible, but passing or getting up to highway speeds can be laborious. What power it does have is sent through a continuously variable automatic transmission that Hyundai tunes for optimal fuel economy, so it too is not very impressive for spirited driving. But in typical situations, the transmission delivers a smooth experience, and there's only a little of the notorious droning noise that CVTs are known for elsewhere. The Elantra is pretty middle of the road. It handles corners decently well for a small sedan, behaving predictably, and it's not easily upset over bumps. But for a sporty drive, you'll want to get the N-Line, which comes with a sport-tuned suspension. Comfort: how comfortable is the Elantra? The Elantra delivers a smooth ride. There's enough plushness to soak up bumps in the road well, but it also settles relatively quickly. The seats are also comfortable for the most part. The driver's seat bottom feels just a touch flat, and it might not provide enough support on road trips more than a few hours long. There isn't much in the way of side bolstering to keep you planted when cornering either. The climate controls are easy to use, with big dials to work the available dual-zone climate control. The heated seats, when equipped, activate quickly. There is noticeable wind noise as you increase speed. But that is typical for the class, and passengers can more or less carry on conversations at normal volume. Interior: how's the interior? The Elantra cabin is well thought out, with plenty of space and good outward visibility in the front row. We're also pleased to see the back seat gain 2 inches of legroom over the previous generation, allowing for quite generous accommodations for taller passengers. Their heads might still graze the ceiling, but the Elantra is among the most spacious in this class. Our Elantra Limited test vehicle came with a power-adjustable driver's seat. It has a wide adjustment range, so it should suit short and tall drivers alike. The steering wheel also has an ample amount of adjustment, making it simple to find your ideal driving position. Technology: how's the tech? The Elantra Limited's twin display screens, one for the gauges and one for the infotainment, are pleasing to use. The infotainment screen has easy-to-follow menus and quick and clear directions. The Elantra also scores extra points for including wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, though they only come with the standard 8-inch infotainment screen. Confusingly, the larger 10.25-inch screen requires a cord to run either smartphone integration system. Another bright spot is the Limited's improved voice activation system that responds accurately to web searches, addresses, and even climate control commands. The available full suite of advanced driving aids is one of the best modern systems, with smooth adaptive cruise control and lane centering. We experienced no false warnings during our testing. Storage: how's the storage? Trunk space is slightly above average for the class, at 14.2 cubic feet, which is the same size as in the previous generation Elantra. The rear seats fold flat with remote release latches in the trunk. Some may find them more convenient than the releases on the seats themselves. Cup holders and storage cubbies for front passengers are nothing out of the ordinary. A wireless smartphone charging pad on the Limited trim is a nice touch. In the back, there are 2 anchors on each rear outboard seat to fasten child safety seats into place. The anchors are easy to find between the cushions. The spacious back seat means you should be able to load rear-facing seats without having to scrunch into your driving position. Fuel economy: how's the fuel economy? Depending on the model, the Elantra with the 2.0-liter engine gets an EPA estimated 34 to 37 miles per gallon in combined city/highway driving. Either way, you're looking at excellent fuel economy. We easily verified the EPA's estimate and even exceeded it on our mixed driving 115-mile test route, achieving an impressive 41.8 miles per gallon value. Is the Elantra a good value? Now you've entered the Elantra's sweet spot. It simply runs away from the competition with 5 years/60,000 miles of limited warranty coverage, 10 years per 100,000 miles for the powertrain, and free maintenance for 3 years/36,000 miles. We also find the pricing attractive, especially considering the long list of features that come standard on every model. Our only complaints: the amount of hard plastic in the cabin and a back seat nearly barren of any design wildcard. The Elantra has a wow factor with its effusive exterior styling, large, bright screens, and excellent voice controls. But it makes no claim to driving excitement, and it's easy to see why. Hyundai made an excellent all-arounder, not a passion purchase. That's what the N-Line version is for, which Elantra does Edmunds recommend. Hyundai hasn't released official information on the 2024 Elantra as of this writing. We'll update our recommendation if anything changes, but based on last year's Elantra, we recommend the SEL trim. It adds a handful of convenience and entertainment features, but more importantly, it's eligible for the optional convenience package that adds several upgrades to significantly improve the Elantra's overall driving experience.